What we have here is the 1984 Funai video cassette player, aka the VCP, not the VCR, the VCP. This is not the Funai garbage we all know today. Back in the day, the 80s, it was a different story. For one, made in Japan. It's the model number VP1500. This was Funai's first VHS machine and first entry into the United States as well. Anyhow, it works. I'm just doing my maintenance on it. There are 3 belts. Loading motor. And the belt's nice and tense, no cracks. There's an capstan, the idler belt right there. Again, it's still nice and stiff, just rubber cleaner. The first one's used the capstan motors right here. Or actually it's capstan and idler, but I mean, you know what I mean. Separate motor for that. It has a belt just like an 8-track to drive the capstan flywheel. There's your video head. And that's a solenoid for the braking system. Although it's quite quiet. I'm just going to clean the belts, flip it over, check everything else, clean the heads. This is the top. I just took the air compressor, got all the loose dirt out of it. Press this in, up it goes. This is that outboard capstan idler motor. It's a Sankyo. As you can see, the pinch roller is quite glossy looking, and it's not supposed to be. So, and look at that. Look at the capstan. Ugh. It's probably also never been cleaned. The last time I used it, it worked. And boy, did it work well. Which I'll get to later in this video. Okay, all the tape heads and tape path have been cleaned. This idler wheel had a bit of stuff built up on it. I think this also has never been cleaned. However, the head wasn't clogged, so I cleaned the heads, but hardly anything came off. The other one kept leaving black streaks everywhere, but every time you played it, first time you played it, it was a snowy picture. But it's all clean now. Oh, I gotta demagnetize it. I'll demagnetize the heads and put it back in. I just gotta address the wires, reassemble it. Anyhow, quick demo. The 1984 Panasonic Sylvania I did a video on has a solenoid. It's electrically actuated. This is actual mechanically actuated to make this up. I also like how this comes up. See, it comes up at an angle. I like that. Test tape in unit. Rewind. It's a very quiet machine. The solenoid's very quiet too. Fast forward. Play. It goes into play mode quite quickly. And pause. And fine pictures just to adjust for video noise, but I would do a demo on this. This is only a 2-head unit, but it has the proper track width for standard play. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I demo it. So let's pause. And it does not have picture search. I'll get into this later, but let's just say I want to do picture search, pretend like I am. As soon as I press fast forward, it automatically unwinds the tape and enters fast forward. Same goes for rewind. Watch this, it'll hit the end of the tape, and kicks in the reverse. It's a very fast responding unit. Okay, eject. Yeah, and that's the other thing about these older Funais, they're geared. There's no rubber idler wheel in here. And one thing interesting is power switch is a hard power switch that right off the power line, you know, it goes through the fuses and stuff first, then runs over to here. It actually disconnects everything, including the primary, the primary of the transformer. It's all back together. A couple coats of Novus number 2 on the clear window. So this is what it looks like, all shined up. Nice shiny Novus 2 brought this back to life. It's nice and clear and reflective. I mean, stand above it, can't even tell. Press the eject button. That happens. Even notice this metal insert piece here, it's all shiny. Inside's all clean, head's cleaned. Looks like these would have been spaces that if it would have a handle. But I think this unit wasn't for a consumer, it was for video purchase. I mean, it was for like rental stores. It's a very high quality unit. In fact, I mean, this is metal that's riveted on. As you can see, since it's a video cassette player only, it doesn't have a pass-through. It just says RF out, the channel selectors on the bottom, video out, audio out, which I also put deoxit on, and then Vinyl X power cord. It's all shined up, and we're gonna test it out. And I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but this is a standard play only unit on purpose because it was used for rental tapes, which most were standard play. So it actually has the full, it's a 2-head unit with full, you know, gap width heads. And I'll show you what happens when you press the still button.